is Asa Yusuf Ibrahim. I was born on 25th of May 2000 in Khartoum, the capital city of Sudan. I'm a Sudanese by nationality from South Kordofan, Nuba Mountains state. I'm currently an urban refugee student in 4th year. Well, I joined my nursery school in Khartoum in 2006. We stayed there for more 2 years, and later we moved to the village in Nuba Mountains. There in the village, there were some schools studying English language, and I was lucky to be enrolled in one of the schools. In 2011, the conflict started in Nuba Mountain between Sudan People Liberation Movement rebels and the government of Sudan on date 6th of June 2011, which caused random displacement and destruction in the region. At first, we reached to Ida, which was a new open refugee camp for Sudanese who fled from their motherland for safety. There, Ida is next to Nuba Mountain. The fear was still in me. We continued with the journey. The journey was tough and challenging. We used water transport as being my first time to use. I was still crowned with fear, but by God's grace, we survived and we reached to Juba town. We stayed for some days in Juba, and later we transited to Yei state, where we were planning to go and settle for education. That was in earlier 2012. Later, we were introduced to United Nations High Commission for Refugees and its partners across. We were registered and we were given identity cards and ratio cards. All went well. Perhaps we could receive foodstuffs and medication for free, which made our life soft and easy within Yei State. In 2015, the United Nations High Commission for Refugees and its partners opened up a new refugee camp within Yei State in Lasu Payam, which was another good luck towards us. The United Nations High Commission for Refugees took a full responsibility, including our education, which made our life easier in general in South Sudan. By then, most of us were in upper classes. In 2016, as being my final year in primary level, I joined school in first term in class 8, and we finished the term successfully, and life was made for us simple and easy as refugees. We resumed back to school after holidays for second term, but unfortunately there was a rebellion between in-position rebels and the government of South Sudan, which made me to remember the worst days I had in Nuba Mountain. And in fact, it was more worse than the one I experienced, because life became tough in terms of survival and settlement. And the worst is being in a foreign country. You had nowhere to run for safety. In the same year 2016, the rebels mercilessly captured the Lasu camp. By then, the United Nations High Commission for Refugees and its partners had already evacuated, and they left us stranded because the war was uncontrollable. Some of us managed to escape, but others were killed. Even the innocent children were killed. That was when I smelled blood for a second time. I and other people decided to run until we reached to Democratic Republic of Congo. Their life became so strange and difficult. We had nothing to do. I decided to come back to Yei town. On my journey, I suffered and life was very dangerous. But by God's grace, I reached to Yei town. When I reached to Yei town, I found everyone had already left to Juba. I sat down and I thought of going to Juba, but I had no means to go to Juba, and I had no one to go and stay with. Above all, I had a goal which was incomplete, that is finishing primary level. I said I'll not go anywhere until I finish my primary level. By then, few schools were operating with few students who were courageous and determined. With all around me, I never gave up. I worked hard and I committed myself. That's when I was left alone. I knew what life was in real sense. With this, I continued my studies and we sat for exams. I passed with a percentage of 71, being among the girls who passed highly in South Sudan year stage during that duration of hardship. After the results, I decided to come back to Juba with the intention of going back to Nuba Mountains because I had no hope again to continue with my studies. I reached Juba and I joined one of my relatives. We stayed for a while and I was advised to go to United Nations High Commission for Refugees to go and change my refugee status and become an urban refugee, which I did. By then life was very difficult, mostly in terms of shelter and survival. But we could go to Konyo market, we hustle and get something little for survival. We continued with the hardship as we were hustling. In 2017, I get to enroll in one of the schools in Juba. So at this time, with a great gratitude and respect, I would love to register my full thanks first to the United Nations High Commission for Refugees, second to ACROSS, thirdly to the government of South Sudan for the endless support that they have rendered to me since my primary level until the level I am in now. So I'm here to tell you that it's my turn now to study and make you proud and make you feel like indeed you have invested in a right value. I thank you so much for all that you have done. I don't know how I can express my happiness, but it's only God that who knows. So thank you so much for your faithfulness as a Yusuf Ibrahim, urban refugee student, South Sudan Bureau. Thanks. Bye.